Hello and welcome, dear friends. It's Bashir Fadl. Glad you guys are able to join us. One of the questions that I always face in the entrepreneur club and business club that we have is, I would like to start a business. Great, but I'm not sure what kind of business to do. So I ask, what's your hobbies? What are your talents? What do you see yourself? I have a lot of ideas. I'm not sure. So today we're going to crack the code. Today we're going to talk about more than 300 business ideas in a very short span. Over 300 ideas, business ideas. So whatever range, and we're going to do it by category. So by the category, let's say we're talking about food. If you like food, that's the category for you. Technology, if you're into technology, that's the category for you. So we're going to do it by category, but a total of more than 300 ideas. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please, please, please subscribe and do a like. Now let's jump in and get started. All right, the first category is food. When it comes to food, there's a lot of ideas out there, as you can see. So we're going to just highlight a couple of them. Number one is a food truck. A lot of people don't have money to sign up a lease and, get a big store with all the different requirements. You can actually lease or kind of work out an agreement or buy your own food truck. In some cities, you need to get certain permits, but it's just an easy way where you have your own flexibility. You go in front of this business or that business or this part of town or downtown or in front of the stadium or in front of, whatever the right place is. You might need some permits. Make sure you do that and do your research. But a food truck, wow, great idea. Another thing is catering. Catering, you can collaborate with a restaurant and say, hey, I'm going to use your kitchen Fridays and Saturdays, because that's where I have a lot of my, occasions. They're more than happy to lease it to you. And you could cater for weddings and special occasions and events and business events and so on. There's a lot of money into it. Another thing, organic vending machines. Vending machines is a killing. I know people that make thousands of dollars a month just by refilling, they bought their vending machines and refilling them. So it's very easy to buy a vending machine. You could start even with a used one that's relatively very cheap. Have a couple more. Again, you go to a store like a Costco or Sam's Club where you can get an entire box of soda for a couple of dollars and sell each one for $1. And just having to refill those vending machines, and you can make a lot of money in it. Next is a coffee shop. People love their coffee, different kind of flavors, but people love their coffee. Additionally, you don't have to lease an entire store. You could have a little cart in the middle of a business. In their cafeteria, work out agreements and, hospitals or offices or whatever it is. And you'll be surprised where you can start and little by little kind of grow and franchise and build on it. Restaurants, of course, personal chef. A lot of people, especially people that are going to gym or people that just got diagnosed maybe with high blood pressure or diabetes, they need someone to do the cooking for them. You'll be surprised how many people get their breakfast, lunch, and dinner packages delivered to them for $20, $30, $40 a day. And it's very easy for you to just have your own little business where you're kind of packaging those foods and selling it and delivering it locally. And as you get more customers and you're charging good money, you can, kind of grow that and scale that into not just a city, but multiple cities or a larger county. All right, let's go to the next category. Our next category is cleaning. And there's a lot of cleaning in there. Number one is mobile laundry. You'll be surprised how, again, a lot of times people want to do their laundry, but not everybody has a laundry, machine, washer and dryer in their home. So if you can pick up stuff and drop it off for them, oh my God, they'll pay you that extra few dollars. And there's a few neighborhoods where you could just go into, have an agreement with a couple of apartment buildings or businesses or hotels or hospitals where they have a lot of uniform, and they will pay you that money to kind of pick up stuff, do the laundry, do the dry cleaning, and drop it off, and you can make very good money. You don't have to own the laundromat or the dry cleaners. Basically, you're that delivery person, but you can make good money out of it. And of course, if you own it or do it your own self, that's even additional money. Another example is Airbnb cleaners. Again, we have a long list where we're going to highlight a few things that normally people don't look into. Airbnb cleaner. If you go into Airbnb right now and you try and rent a house, for a couple of days, get a house, get a room or whatever, you're going to notice when you check out, you got to pay about $70, $80, $100, $120 cleaning fees. So those cleaning fees go to a person such as you. So you can actually call those different people that you see. There's 10 different homes around where I live. Call them up and say, hey, I see you charge $120. I'm more than happy to clean when people check out for $80. So if you're good at cleaning and that's something that you enjoy, you could work with Airbnb clients or people that own homes and do their cleaning for them. Of course, there's construction buildings. So if you have friends that are in real estate, or a lot of times you have the telephone number there, you can reach out to the construction companies and say, I'd love to do the cleanup. I mean, usually there's nails and hazards out there. They definitely would appreciate you being able to do that for them. Home cleaning, office cleaning, some of the bigger companies out there, carpeting cleaning, mold remediation, boat cleaning. You'll be surprised how much money people pay to get their boats cleaned because of all the rust and different things that happens out there. So those are just a few examples of what we could do there. Now let's look at a different list. Teaching. There's a lot of money on teaching, and especially now post-COVID with Zoom and everything online and GoToMeeting, you'll be surprised how much money you can make out there. For one, everybody struggles with algebra. A lot of high school and college kids struggle with algebra. So you can teach STEM, so technology classes. If you're good with Python or programming, you're good with math, you're good with science. Oh my God, just put it online and you'll be surprised how many people you're going to get. If you're good with coaching, whether it's soccer or golf or tennis, people charge quite a bit of money. So that could be something where you build your, you're building kind of your own business. And then teaching, of course, it being online and so on. Now let's go to a different category. Photography and videography. A lot of people, there's different occasions. There's people that specialize with family photographs, whether it's for Christmas or Eid or whatever the occasion is. People pay a lot of money for that special Kodak moment, that family picture, or school events, graduations. People pay a lot of money for that. Next one is, for example, real estate. Real estate agents, they pay a lot of money because basically there's 10 homes out there, and the reason somebody's going to look at that home and is attracted to it is because of the picture that you have of it. If you have some the wrong angle or not the best quality, people aren't going to look into it. And actually now people get fancier. They have 3D pictures where you could have a 3D tour of the house. So depending on what kind of camera that you have, oh my God, you could, realtors are going to love you so much. Wedding photographs, again, that's a very big thing. Towards the end, we have drone videography. So not just a good old camcorder where you're recording, but now people in soccer games, they want you to follow the ball and stuff like that. So people with drones are making a killing. They're making a lot of money. So that's something you could consider if it's a hobby and charge it. And you'd be surprised how many people will pay you and book you for having those talents. Now let's look at another one. Fashion. Part of fashion is having that good old barbershop. And you can own your own barbershop, and a lot of people don't realize how it works, is where you can have 6 or 7 chairs or seats, and then you book seat by seat. People come in and book it kind of seat by seat or chair by the hour. So you can make a lot of money. Makeup artist, that's something where you can make a lot of money. Hairstylist, wow. And a lot of hairstylists build loyalty. So wherever they go, their customers want to go after them because, she's the best with this or he's the best with that. And clothing boutiques. So there's a lot of options of things. If you're into fashion, there's a lot of things that you could do. One of them, line 80, is beard care products. You'll be surprised how many people, especially men, we don't think about it, but subscribe to different, things that send them different kind of razors and stuff to put on their beard. And there's a lot of money in fashion, generally speaking. Next is weddings. There's a lot of money in weddings. Wedding planners. Some of you enjoy that. It's a passion about you. Well, make a business out of it. Be a wedding planner. There's a couple of things you could read on it, but again, people love to have it planned. They're going to have family and friends, and it's one of the biggest events of their life. They want to make sure they do everything right. Planners get paid a lot of money because of that. So you could be a wedding planner or an officiant. You minister or whatever. Basically, you can go online and get certified after taking X amount of hours of a course. Why not do it? Wedding photography, we just talked about that, or videographer. Event space. In occasions such as weddings, you can actually be the person that books events. So you can coordinate with a few hotels. I had a friend that did it years ago, coordinated with some of the fanciest hotels in town and said, I'm going to get you guys X amount of weddings a year. And they were happy to give him 25% off. And he was booked already without paying anything down. So basically, it meant that if you wanted to book a wedding, you had to go through him to go to that fancy hall. And he had 25% off, and he gave you 5% from the market value. So he was making 20% and saving you 5%. So there's different ways to kind of make it. Again, being in the wedding band or a DJ, some of the biggest things where people would make a lot of money. Now there is planners, as we mentioned, event planners or wedding planners earlier. But even with businesses, a lot of times people are trying to start a business or trying to get a loan from the bank or go to the SBA, they need a business plan. So you could be a business plan writer. We also spoke in one of the videos about Chat GBT and how you could use it and how it could help you create a business plan, at least a template of it. So there's different ways to do it, but if that's something you're passionate about, you can definitely do that. You can be a financial planner. Read up on it and find how you can save people or maximize their profits, even in their own personal life, whether it's for a business or a person. I mean, I've sat with some financial planners, and it's surprising how somebody might say, I don't make enough money. And before you know it, you sit with a financial planner and they can save you hundreds of dollars a month. You pay X amount of dollars for your cable, $100 for your cable. You could go with this package with the same channels, and guess what? You only pay $20 a month. You and your family pay $250 on this family package on your cell phone. If you go with this plan, you only got to pay $75 and save $150. So financial planners, if that's something that you're happy about, is saving people money and making people money, you can be a financial planner. Now let's look a little bit more. Financials. If you're good with numbers, don't have to be an accountant necessarily, but if you're good with numbers and enjoy numbers, you can help people with online bookkeeping. There's a lot of software such as QuickBooks or whatever, and you have smaller businesses, restaurants, and whatever, where the owner is good at selling the food and making a profit, but they don't know how to do bookkeeping. They don't enjoy that. They need someone like yourself, and if you have that talent of bookkeeping, you can help them do that, whether it's through Excel or QuickBooks or whatever. Being an accountant, of course, if you're an accountant, there's a big potential there. You could be a notary. A lot of times people have documents and need that stamp. You could, apply certain ways and be a notary and help, people do things such as that. And of course, tax prep, property management companies, and so on are all going to benefit from either your accounting or your bookkeeping skills as well. Next is healthy living. It's a big thing. Nowadays, people are paying money for a fitness instructor, for a personal chef, for a nutritionist, for a personal trainer. There's a lot of money in it. If that's something that you already do, you already go to the gym, you're crazy about the gym, you are there 4 days a week, 5 days a week, and working out and telling your friends, no, you don't lift it that way, you lift it this way. Why don't you start your own training company or fitness, become that entrepreneur and run with it and build something around it. And you could have trainers or instructors under you and grow it into something, or acupuncture business or caretaker or massage therapist, whatever that talent is that you're naturally doing, you can build it into a successful business, especially if it's something that you enjoy. But of course, you can always partner with people. So there's always people that have money but don't have the talent, and they're like, hey, you want to open a gym? Let's do it. You're good with CrossFit? Let's do it. Next is driving or traveling. So a lot of money to make money through driving and traveling, including guided tours. Guided tours is, I've never been to this location in Arizona or that location in South Dakota or whatever. Hey, here are some tours, pay X amount of dollars and we'll show you this place and we'll show you that place and we'll fly you here, we'll fly you there, we'll take you there. And people pay money for that. So if you're one of those person that loves sightseeing and really enjoy it, whether it's within the US or even internationally, you could have groups, you could have guided groups with you and take people to England or to Europe or to Dubai or whatever it is, and have them, they'll have a great time and show them how to save some money through the trip, and you're making money out of it. Security services. There's a lot of companies where they need security, and that's something you could provide. And again, you're driving in the sense that sometimes you're sitting in a place and sometimes all you have to do is just drive around the perimeter. Dog walkers, especially for teenagers, that's an amazing simple way, and have that entrepreneur mentality. Delivered drivers, Ubers, Lyft, of course. Mobile pet grooming. I mean, people are already paying a lot of money for their pet grooming. Nowadays, the hottest thing is to have that smaller minivan and have all the stuff in the back, and you go to them. They'll pay those extra couple of dollars to you because now they don't have to go and cancel their schedule. It's right in front of their home. Holiday decorator, mobile car repair. A lot of times people work from 8 to 5, so they don't have time to get their car fixed. And on the weekends, they're busy. So you could have what's called the mobile car repair, oil change, whatever, on the run, or fix the glass, or do this or do that on the run. You have a van that has all the instruments in it, all the stuff that you need, and you just drive around. They call you, you charge a little bit more, and they're happy to pay those extra dollars because now they don't have to worry about, when can I get my car fixed? Of course, the last one is real estate agent. There's a lot of money in being a real estate agent because of the commission that they make, the percentage, 7% or up to 10%, depending on where you are. So if you sell a home for $200,000, you just made about almost $14,000 plus minus, depending on what state you're in. So, and it's just a test. Study for the test, get your certifications, and that's good money that you could do out there. All right. Now we go to the legal field. If you love, and you don't have to be an attorney necessarily, but if you're, more, you feel like you have that paralegal touch in you naturally, you could be an interpreter. Especially courthouses, there is different levels of interpreters. You could join that and do translation, interpretation, notary. Again, there's a form for that. You apply for it. You're certified. You could be a certified notary. Public relations is something that's needed. Paralegal services. There's a couple of courses out there that you could take, and you can help. Either do it on your own or help law offices and get paid good money as a paralegal. Animal lovers. If you love animals and pets, there's a lot of things we could do there, such as dog grooming, dog walking, pet sitting, house sitting, vet. Of course, if you go all the way up in terms of training, a pet trainer, and if you have your own location, you could have a little ranch or a farm, or even kind of rent it or whatever. But basically, there's a lot of opportunities if you love pets. Monetize it, run with it, make money out of it. Next is real estate. Real estate, one of the things we spoke about, there's an entire video on it, is Airbnb arbitrage, where you don't have to own the property, but you can rent other people's properties and make good money out of it. You can watch that video and really enjoy it. Next is office space rental. A lot of times people don't need an office for a long term. They just need it for a couple of days, or for a presentation by the hour, or for a month or two. So subleasing and office rental spaces, there's money you can make. You don't have to own the property, but you can work out subleasing agreements with owners who nowadays, after COVID, are struggling to find people to fill their office space, make good money by subleasing to other people. They just need it for a short term. Home inspector, there's certain courses you could take to get certified, and sometimes you can work on a home and make $500-$600 just by inspecting it for issues with the roof or the basement or the pipes or the paint and stuff like that. So it's a very easy job where you can get good money. You could start your own moving company. So there's a lot of opportunities when it comes to real estate and buying and selling and stuff like that. Tangible work. If you are handy, if you love doing stuff with your hands, you could, there's a lot of people that I know that are very talented that like to make jewelry. There's good money in it. People like that custom jewelry, not normally just, stuff we bought off the store, but there's a story behind this. Furniture repair, upholstery, maybe that's something that you enjoy doing. Appliance repair, people, something breaks and I need somebody to help me fix it, and people pay a lot of money. The AC doesn't work, or the heater doesn't work, or the laundry doesn't work, or cleaning machine doesn't work, or dishwasher. People pay a lot of money for that. If you have that talent, you take a couple of classes in it, or even YouTube, you can get it done. Get her done. Mobile car repair, that's another thing that we talked about, being that handy person, or tree trimming, or snow shoveling, and mowing the grass and stuff like that. So it's a lot of money in that as well, especially if you do it as a business and scale it so you have more customers. Next is being a consultant. A lot of times people are looking for that specialist, for that consultant. I'm looking to change my career. I need that career coach. I'm struggling with my finances for the business or personally. I need a financial planner. With my diet, I just found out I have diabetes or high blood pressure or pre-diabetic, or I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm trying to build muscle. I need that nutritionist or personal chef to be able to help me. So consulting is definitely something where you can make extra money as well. Artist, if you have that artistic taste, there's a lot of money to be made if you start that business. You could do handmade goods, makeup, t-shirt designs and logos, posters, holiday decorations. A lot of those things, if naturally come to you, you can build on it and build a business on it with social media and everything else. Build your customer base as well. So if that's your specialty, that's your talent, you definitely want to pursue that further. Next is writing. some people are just talented with writing, or that's what they do, or that's what they studied in college. So a lot of times people that have internet presence with their websites and Facebook pages, they need content writers. I need somebody to help me write, something on my website. So that's, if you go to Upwork and Fiverr, you can post it and people will pay you to get it done. Self-publishing, blogging, transcription of audios and videos. A lot of times there's companies that need that help. Medical transcription, that's something that you could do and get paid for good money. Meeting transcriptions, whether in the courtroom or in corporate America, there's a lot of need for that. And of course, business plan writing. Almost everybody that starts a business needs to write a business plan. And we all struggle with that first one, especially. So that's where you can make good money as well. Technology. If you're good with technology, you could help with WordPress. And this kind of like designing different layouts for websites and stuff like that. Some people are good with that. Online course creation, it's something that's good. Mobile app development. The nice thing about mobile apps is you don't have to develop it yourself. You can go through a website like Upwork or Fiverr and hire someone for very little money to build the great idea that you have, and then be able to market it and make some money out of it. 3D print services. So a lot of times you go in the mall and you find a picture like in a glass of people and it seems very real. Those are certain cameras that people could do, and you could use it and make some money by kind of selling those 3D printing services, or teach computer skills or STEM skills and so on. Next is online businesses. We actually have an entire video on 30 different ideas for online businesses, but to over summarize it, oversimplify it, drop shipping, which basically means you don't buy the product and store it yourself. You have your own storefront. It could be on eBay, it could be on Amazon, it could be your own website, Facebook. But basically when people order the product, let's say you're with Amazon, then Amazon is the one that ships it to them, and then they pay you your profit. So if the product is $100 and Amazon sells it for $80, then people are going to buy it for $100. Amazon pays you the 20, Amazon ships it out to them. And there's a lot of companies that do drop shipping. So you can find which one works best for you and make a lot of money just by being online. Influencer. Influencer basically means if you go to Amazon.com or Walmart.com, you're going to find a lot of videos. There's more to it, but to oversimplify it, you'll find some videos. You click on that video. You made that video. I watched the video about the product. I'm like, oh, I like this product. Let me buy it. If I bought it after clicking on your video, you make money out of that, to oversimplify it. So you could be what's called an affiliate or influencer affiliate of some of those stores and websites. Online translator, if you have, speak another language, Spanish, German, Arabic, whatever, you can build your own online store, Shopify, Wix, and Weebly, and so on. So there's a lot of ideas when it comes to online businesses, and as you can see, a lot of ideas. Whichever one you like out of those, don't hesitate to pick it and run with it. Of course, research it and make sure that it's a profitable business model. Right. Next is miscellaneous business. Let's throw a couple of things out there. So that would include things like party planning, starting your own franchise. So this is not where you're actually working for, kind of working for it, more that, things that kind of pre-exist and you're trying to tweak them and build on them. So there's different things that we could do out there with miscellaneous business. And now we kind of jump to the final slide that we have. Those are ideas that we could do, but also in your family, if you're trying to put that seed of entrepreneurship and starting businesses on your kids, younger brothers and sisters, here's a couple of things that might be good for them. Things such as, blogging, they naturally love it and they can help it. And if people see their talent, they might actually pay them to do it. Cleaning services, photography, tutoring, babysitting, but build it as a scalable model so that they learn, you don't have to do all the work as a business owner, but you can scale it. Social media influencers, recycling business. So there's a lot of things that younger people can start doing at a younger age to kind of get into the concept of business. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this journey with us. If you did, please subscribe and hit like. We hope to see you in the next session. Thank you so much for your valuable time and good luck with your business idea. We can't wait to hear about your success.